Hey Rob, welcome to Horsehead Bookends. It's Friday, so we're going to talk gaming again. Today we're playing Winterborne by Brian Suhre from Talon Studios. If you don't know, Brian developed Coldwater Crown and Freshwater Fly. I think I did a review of Freshwater Fly. I'll post the link below. This is a brand new game. Available through Kickstarter, but I think it's available to purchase now. I'm not sure. It's primarily a deck builder that uses a rondel mechanic to move your players around. You have a barbarian or a warrior, a shaman, and a little boat, which is your explorer. And you move clockwise around this rondel and you can perform different actions. So I have it set up over at the table. Let's go over there and take a look at it, and we'll be back to talk about it. Alright, so here is Winterborne set up for a two-player game. It does have a solo mode, but I'm just going to play a two-player game for a few rounds just so I get the hang of the actions and what to do. I haven't set up the houses yet, so I'm going to do this, and we're going to get started. Okay, the object of Winterborne is to score the most amount of points at the end of the winter season. So the way you play is, you play a card that represents one of your little meeples, you move them clockwise around the rondel, and you can perform one of their actions, depending on who they are. For the barbarian, or I guess he's a barbarian, he looks like one, you can conquer or build. The shaman or shaman can trade, tax, and prey. And your explorer can explore, or you can raid with them. Every time you take an explore card to help build up your deck, because Winterborne is primarily a deck builder, you would fill it in with first the spring cards. When you run out of spring cards, you move to the next season. Summer, autumn, then winter, the final season, which goes 3 rounds, and then that is it. The end of game scoring, you get points for your buildings that you build on your boards. You get points for exploration sets, you get points for banners, you get points for ally cards, and you also get points for Winterborne tokens, which I believe are down on these ally cards right here. They look like a little crown. You start with 4 cards. Let's start the game. Now your characters can occupy the same space on your rondel. The game seems a lot easier than I thought. Okay, one thing I realized, even after just 1 round, it's surprisingly simple, but you really need to think about what you want to do to try to maximize your points. Alright, so that was a few rounds of Winterborne. Let's go back to the office and discuss it. Alright, so that was Winterborne by Brian Suhre and Talon Studios. I have to say that this game is way more thinky than I realized. It seems very simple. It's very simple. It seems complex, and it kind of is. It's a little more complex than you realize, but it's really good. I love a good rondel mechanic. I really enjoyed Crusaders. I love Trajan, which is a great Feld game. So what happens, you really need to plan out where you're trying to explore and what you're trying to conquer. And it really makes you think about how you want to play and what you're trying to do and how you can score points. I thought that you wanted to get the banner cards, but you don't necessarily want to get the banner cards unless they're going to help you. You might want to look into the ally cards because they give you extra bonus points at the end, which come in super handy, which I did a few turns after I finished filming. So I think it's a great I don't even know how to classify the game, because it is a deck builder. You're getting cards to beef up your deck, and the more cards you get, you deplete the seasons, which moves the game along. But it's well, it says explore, trade, and conquer, and that's really it. Explore, trade, and conquer as you're building your deck to win, to get as many points. Very little things I didn't like about it. The game takes up way more room than you realize. You saw it on the table, and this box is really, really small. It's tiny. I can only compare it to Terraforming Mars Turmoil box, because I'm looking at it off screen right now, and it's about the same size. So if you have that and you know how big that box is, that's how small this is. I feel the cardboard was a little thin. I really didn't. I feel that if you bend it, the game's kind of destroyed. So that's really it. I have no complaints on the actual gameplay. Just some of the components. Some of my pieces were stuck. My wooden pieces were stuck together, but it's not a big deal. Other than that, this is a great game in a tiny box. Check it out if you can. I'll post a link below, especially if you can still buy it somewhere. Give it a go. Winterborne, Brian Suhre, Talon Studios. Alright, so if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please don't forget to click on subscribe to get notified whenever I upload new videos. Any questions or comments, or if you had questions about this game, post it below, let me know, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, talk to you later.